All Americans again want, need, and deserve a president who will bring your voices and your values back to the White House. Now, I know we will all breathe a sigh of relief when that moving van pulls up in the back of the White House and George Bush and Dick Cheney turn over the keys. But this election is not just about the failures of the past 7 years, or the divisions of the present, or the excitement of the moment. This election must be about the future we want and how we can make it a reality. You know, we all have dreams. We have dreams for our families, for our future. Our country is founded on the idea of the American dream, that with optimism and confidence and without fear, we can make the future happen by working hard and taking responsibility. That's what has always made America great and different. Now, this generation, like generations before us, is called to make its own commitment and sacrifice. We, too, can be a great generation to make the American dream real in the 21st century. But to do that, we must get real about what it will take to have the future we dream of. I once wrote a book called It Takes a Village. Well, I still believe that's true. I will be a president for all of you. But for me to be your president and for us to reach America's promise in this century, we also have to agree that shared opportunities and shared prosperity require shared responsibility. As parents, as neighbors, as workers, as business and political leaders, as a nation. This is about all of us coming together to stake our claim on what it means to be an American in this century. There are people saying that America's best days are behind us, that the competition we face from China and elsewhere will mean that we can't continue to have a strong middle class with rising incomes and the kind of quality of life and standard of living that we have taken for granted. Well, I reject that. I know this will not be easy. Those who claim that it can be done with relatively little effort don't understand what we're up against. We face real challenges, real threats. We have to be ready to summon the experience, the wisdom, and the determination to solve our problems. It will take more than just speeches to fulfill our dreams. It will take a lot of hard work. Wisconsin Democrats have a choice on Tuesday. It's not an easy choice. I recognize that. It's kind of a good problem to have in a way, because either Senator Obama and I will make history. And we'll make history because of all that we are able to exemplify, everything that was done to bring both of us to this point. But the question is not who will make history, but who will change America? Who will bring about the positive differences, the 21st century solutions that we so desperately need? I think that the choice is really whether we're going to have a fighter, a doer, and a champion again in the White House. Somebody who gets up every single day with determination, backbone, and yes, toughness. Now, I know some people have said that I am tough. You know what? We need a tough president because we have tough problems waiting for us. When I say I'll stand with you, I will stand with you. When I say I will fight for you, I will fight for you. That's what I've done my whole life. When I started my career fighting for abused and neglected children and children with disabilities, I was standing with the children who had drawn the short straw in life. Well, I'm still standing with them today. When I went to Beijing as First Lady, I stood up for the core American value that women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights. I took that message to more than 80 countries, to women who couldn't vote or own property or earn a salary or send their daughters to school. And I'm still standing for women's rights and human rights. When I took on the special interests to try to bring health care to every American back in 1993, the insurance companies and the lobbyists came at me with everything they had. But I'm still here, and I'm still standing up to the special interests, and I am still standing and fighting for health care for every man, woman, and child. And when the Republicans come after our nominee, and you know they will, now, I personally believe they should be so embarrassed by the failed record of President Bush that they should say they won't field a candidate. But I'm afraid they will. And so once again, we know exactly what they will do. They'll throw everything they've got at whichever one of us is nominated. Well, I've been through it. I've beaten it. I'm still standing, and I will beat them again if I am your nominee.